Hello everyone, I am Arpit Kumar Sharma and welcome back to Pabbly. So today I am going to tell you how you can add Google Forms leads as subscribers into your SendGrid account. Now you all know about Google Forms. It is a very famous form making service by Google, and now here SendGrid is the software which lets you send thousands of emails without maintaining separate servers for emailing. Now what we are going to do here, first, whenever a new form submission will happen in Google Forms, we are going to automatically add a subscriber into our SendGrid account. Now that will save us a lot of time and a lot of efforts because we are not going to do that manually. Now to do this automation, we are going to use an integration and automation service, Pabbly Connect, which will help us connect Google Forms and SendGrid together. Now if you want to learn how to do this automation, you have to come with me to the screen.
And we are now back to our screen. So what do you have to do? You have to go to the address bar and type in pabbly.com/connect, and as soon as you will do that, you have to press enter, and after that you will be redirected to this beautiful web page. And here I have two options. Either I can sign in or I can sign up. Now signing in is very easy. You just have to sign in if you already have an account. If you do not have an account, you can go for sign up. Signing up is absolutely free and it will always take only 2 minutes for you to create it. And also I want to say that signing up will also give you 100 free tasks from our side every month, so that you can practice the workflows that we are teaching you here. Okay, so I'm just going to sign in because I already have an account here. So you can see this is my account. I will just log in here, and these are my softwares. So what are we going to do? We are going to go for Pabbly Connect and we are going to click access now. Now, once we will do that, you will see a new dashboard will open here, and you can see these are the automation workflows that I have been making and using for me and to teach you also. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to create a new workflow. So here what I'm going to do now, I am going to go and create a new workflow, and here I am going to give it the name Google Forms to SendGrid. Okay, so Google Forms to SendGrid is the name of our workflow. You can name it whatever you want to. It's up to you. Now what we are going to do here, you can see we have two windows. First one is trigger, second one is action. Now trigger window is the window where an event is happening at the start of the process, and action window is the window where an event is happening at the end of the process. So what will happen here? Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. Now what we are going to do, first we are going to put our Google Forms in our trigger window, because whatever is happening from Google Forms. It is starting through Google Forms. And now what is happening in Google Forms? Form submission. So we are going to select new response received. Now what will happen? You can see here we have an option of webhook URL. Now what is this webhook URL? Webhook URL is the URL which will be used to connect our Google Forms to our Pabbly Connect account. Now how you are going to do that? The instructions are given below here. So I'm not reading it. I am just going and showing you how to do this. So we will go here in Google Forms. Now here you can see I have made some fields here. First name, email, contact number, and let me just add one more field. Last name. And let me just push it up here just below first name. Okay, so I have these four fields here: first name, last name, email, and contact number. This is the name of my form. This is the name of my form, title of my form here. But you can see I do not have any option to add any kind of webhook URL here. So what I am going to do, I am just going to go to responses, and then I am going to open this Google Sheet here. Now here you can see it is asking me, should I create a new Google Sheet or not? So I will just go for create. And you can see a new Google Sheet has been created. Now you can see here, timestamp, first name, last name, email, and contact number fields are here. Now what will happen? We are going to use this webhook URL here in this Google Sheet. So whenever there will be a new submission in our form here, the data will come to Google Sheets. And from Google Sheets, the data will go to Pabbly Connect here. So let me just first fill out the form. So I'm just going to write in my name here, Arpit. Last name is Sharma. Email is arpitsharma @gmail.com. And contact number. So contact number is a dummy number 987654567 Okay. Now let's just click on submit. Now you can see the response has been sent to our Google Sheets here, arpitsharma @gmail.com, and this is my contact number. Now what we are going to do, we are going to use this webhook URL. So we will go to Google Sheets, then we will go to extensions. Then you have to go to your Pabbly Connect webhooks. If you do not have Pabbly Connect webhooks with you, what you are going to do, you are going to go to add-ons, get add-ons. And here you are again going to write Pabbly Connect webhooks. So here you can see you will be given this option to install this Pabbly Connect webhooks extension here. Now I already have this in my system installed, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm just going to cancel this. And here what I'm going to do, I will go to extensions, then Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then I will click on initial setup. Now what will happen here, you can see I have two fields here. First one is webhook URL and second one is trigger column. So webhook URL is the field where I'm going to paste the webhook URL I copied from Pabbly Connect account. And trigger column, what is trigger column? So trigger column is the column which is responsible for sending the data from Google Sheets to your Pabbly Connect account. And a trigger column will always be the last data column of your sheet. So here in my case, A, B, C, D, E. So E is the last data column. So this is the trigger column for me. It could be, C for you, D for you, F, G, H, I for you. It is completely up to your Google Sheets. Okay. Now click on submit. Now go back to extensions, Pabbly Connect webhooks, initial setup. And you can see we have already submitted all the required fields. Now we will click on send test. So you can see my data has been sent to my Pabbly Connect account. And here you can see the webhook response is arpitsharma @gmail.com, and this is the phone number which we used. This is the name of our spreadsheet. Now what we are going to do? We are going to go to our second step. So we have successfully completed our first step and our Pabbly Connect account is connected with our Google Forms. Now what will happen? We want to add a new subscriber in our SendGrid, which means we want to create a new contact in our SendGrid. So for in action event, we will go on add or update a contact. Then we will click on connect. And now here, how you are going to connect it, you will just go to add new connection. And here it is asking you for the token. So what you are going to do, you are going to enter the API key here. And how you are going to enter the API key? To get the API key, you have to follow this instruction. Go to settings, API keys, create API key, choose full access and click on create. Okay. So how it's done? First, we are going to go to our SendGrid account. From there, we will go to settings, then API keys, then create API key, then choose full access. Okay. Now I will go to SendGrid. Then I will go to settings. Then I will go to API keys. Then here it is saying create API key. So let's just create API key. Now here you have to give it the name. So I'm just giving it the name Google Forms to SendGrid. Okay. And now just choose full access and then click on create and view. So you can see this is the API key we got here. Just copy this API key. Okay. And now just go back here in your Pabbly Connect account and paste this API key here and click on save. Now here you can see it is asking us for the list, in which list we want to add our contacts. So here let me just go to marketing and here let me just go to contacts. And here you can see we have about 3 lists. Elementor Forms, Google Forms and Razorpay. Now in Google Forms, I only have one contact here. So I am going to add more contacts in Google Forms. So I will go back here in my Pabbly Connect account and here I will click on Google Forms. So I will select the list Google Forms here And now what I'm going to do, I am just going to use a technique which is called mapping, and mapping will let me take the data from this window and it will let me put the data here in this window. So I did not use any kind of address line, city or state or country in my Google Forms. And so I'm not going to map those fields, but what I used was email. So I will just go and map in my email. This is my email. I'll go and map in my first name as well. This is my first name. Last name as well. So last name is Sharma. And there is no field for phone number, and I created a phone number field. So we are not going to put down our phone number here. And postal code, I did not have any postal code field in my Google Forms. So we are just going to click on save and send test request. And as soon as we will do that, you can see here it is written job ID, and this is the job ID, which means our integration is successful and our contact has been made, subscriber has been added here in our Google Forms. Let me just refresh it. And you can see here is my new account, or I should say new contact, arpitsharma@gmail.com. And when I will open this contact, you can see this is the exact same contact which I made in my Google Forms. First name Arpit, last name Sharma, email is arpitsharma@gmail.com. It took some time, about 10 seconds to, about 10 seconds to come here for this contact. Now what we are going to do, we are just going to go here again. And now I am going to make a new contact. So I'll just go for another name, Swati Sharma. Email is swatisharma@gmail.com. And contact number is again a dummy number. And now I'm just going to click on submit. Now you can see my second response has been submitted. And this response by the name Swati Sharma will not go to our SendGrid account. Now, why is that? I did this intentionally to tell you something, because most people will make this mistake, and they are making this mistake, and I need to show it to you that we need to select one event in Pabbly Connect webhooks, that is send on event. If you will not select this send on event, any extra data or any new data added in your Google Sheets row will not be going to Pabbly Connect account, and from there it will not go to any other application. Like in this case, we have SendGrid. So it will not be sent to SendGrid. So what we are going to do, we are just going to delete this. Okay. Delete row. Now go on send on event and select it. So you can see here is a symbol of right sign here. Now whenever I will add a new data, which I am going to do now, and let me show you in SendGrid also, you can see we do not have any new data here. Let me refresh it. Did you see this? We will not have any new data until and unless we will turn on that send on event option. Now we will go back to our forms. And let me just use it once again. Swati Sharma. swatisharma@gmail.com. Contact number is again a dummy number. And now click on submit. As you can see, I have clicked on submit, and now my second response is here, swatisharma@gmail.com. And now our send on event is active. So what will happen? A new contact with Swati Sharma will come here. Let me refresh this, and it can take some time, 5 to 10 seconds. So we will just wait. And we will wait, and we will again refresh it. And as you can see, swatisharma@gmail.com is now here. So as I told you, do not panic. It can take 5 to 10 seconds, even 20 seconds for data to come here. So do not worry about that. And this is how you can connect your Google Forms to your SendGrid, so that whenever a new response is received in your Google Forms, an automatic data will be created in your SendGrid account. Now, if you want to copy this beautiful workflow, you can just go into my description box and clone it in your account so that you can use it easily. But for that, you need to have an account. And to have an account, you need to go and sign up. Signing up is absolutely free. I am again and again telling you this. And it will also give you 100 free tasks from our side every month. So what are you waiting for? Go and sign up now. Hasta la vista.
So thanks a lot for watching our video. I hope you understood everything. Now, if you want any other events to edit in our module, what you can do is you can mail us at admin@pabbly.com. If you have any queries regarding this software, you can just ask your queries at this website, at this link. And if you want to check the prices, you can visit here to this link and check the prices of the software. Now, I just want to tell you that automation is a boon for us and it can change the future, and I will suggest you to take this as quickly as possible, which will ease your task, save your time and save you a lot of efforts. Thank you.